Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of How to Reach 2000. We get the black pieces and white plays e4. Today let's try something different, let's play e5. I haven't played e5 in a really long time. White plays the Italian, let's bring the bishop out. Knight g5 is not possible because queen takes g5. Knight c3, makes sense. Let's play knight to f6, the idea is we're getting rid of these pieces from the back rank. Now we can castle. I do like castling, but also I like playing the move h6. Because if I don't play h6, they can play bishop to g5, which is a pretty strong threat because bishop to g5 pins my knight, and it's kind of annoying if they play knight to d5. It's really hard for me to deal with the pin. The point of h6 is not to prevent knight to g5. Knight to g5 is not scary because I can just castle. So let's play h6. It's a very common move in e4-e5 positions to play h6 and h3. One of the ideas in my position is to play knight to a5 and try and get this bishop, if I could, because the light squared bishop is quite strong. It's pointing towards my king once it castles, and that can be kind of annoying, so I will definitely consider knight to a5 as one of my candidate moves. Unfortunately, our opponent disconnected, and the position is not even that bad for them, so I really don't like this. A win is a win, I guess. I don't think there was much to analyze in this game. We both played at 100 accuracy, so it was a perfect game because all of the moves were book moves. I'm gonna start a new game. We crossed the rating of 1400, which is nice. We get the black pieces again, and they play knight to f3. Let's play d5. Controlling some space in the center. It looks like they're going for a King's Indian attack. I really like playing Jabava London kind of setups against the King's Indian. But also I really like playing c5 and, just getting all the space I can. Knight to c6 has the idea of playing e5, and they're giving me the full center. So I'm gonna take it. Look at this nice center. Okay, that's a common move. Their idea is to play e4 at some point. I really like bishop to d6, but at the same time I'm not sure if it's a good move, because I'm not looking at this pawn. But I think it's okay. I can always drop back to c7 and my queen is gonna have eyes on the d5 square. Oh, they play c4. This is interesting. I can obviously push. It looks like that works. Now this is like a Benoni but with the white pieces. So they're up a tempo. I don't like taking. If I take, their queen is opening up and I don't love it. So what I could do is I could either keep the tension, which I do like, or I can just push. I don't really know what to do because I usually don't play positions like this. I'm gonna push. I feel like preventing knights to c3 is a pretty good idea. This bishop is kinda garbage, but we can eventually try to create a plan to activate it. Maybe it can go here. Okay, I'm not scared of queen to b3. This is defended. Let's play knight to f6. Idea is to castle. I'm not too worried about bishop to g5. Yeah, they play it, so the point is I'm gonna play h6. They cannot go here because I can play g5 and actually trap the bishop. Let's take with the queen because we don't want to damage our structure. Okay, that makes a ton of sense. I'm not too worried about knight to e4 because I can just go queen to e7, and if they take, then I'm pretty happy about it. Because there are a bunch of pawns on the dark squares and my dark squared bishop is pretty bad. So I don't want to waste any time, and I think I'll just castle. I'm basically arguing that knight to e4 is not great because I can just go here. I even have ideas of playing f5 to kick the knight away. Yep, they go for it. Knight here looks good, but I can just play this and they have nothing. It's important to mention that if they play knight to h4, I cannot play f5 because then there's this fork, but they actually allow it, so I'm gonna take my time and play f5, potentially setting up a kingside attack. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this rook active eventually. Now I have ideas of swinging over if I wanted to, and I'm just gaining space, and they take my bishop, which I don't think is a great idea because that bishop was not a great bishop anyway, so I just wanted to get rid of it. Rook to c1, I feel like that doesn't do much. I can play this. Looks like a move that's kind of premature, so I think I won't do that. I really like playing rook to b8 because then this pawn is defended and I can try to move my bishop. I do like playing this. It's not my favorite though. I also like playing f4. I feel like f4 is a really good move. The idea is they cannot push, and I'm trying to kind of take them and open up my rook. But I feel like even if I take, they can take with the h-pawn, and I don't really have anything, so I'm gonna reserve f4 for some other time. I'm gonna play rook to b8. It's a very flexible move. Now I have ideas for moving this bishop somewhere. I didn't want to play a move like b6 because then this bishop would be completely open towards this rook, and they had tactics with knight takes e5. I don't think I'm worried about that. If they want to take, I can just take like this. That actually looks really good for me. And also I can just take and then take this, but then I'm losing this. I like f4 a lot more now. I feel like that's gonna blow up everything. I don't really want to allow them to play this. The reason why I don't like taking and then trying to grab this is because they can attack me on the d file, and once I move away, they can try to take this pawn, and also my queen is just very vulnerable. Now that I'm looking at this position more, I think I might have this. The idea is I'm trying to get a passed pawn. So here, if they go here, I'm gonna take, and here takes, knight here, then it's really hard for me to guard this pawn. Yeah, I don't love it. I feel like if they want to push, then I'm just gonna take. And after takes, I have a d pawn that's a passed pawn. I can play this and try to go on this diagonal, counteracting this bishop, which I do like. I think I'm gonna go for it. I have to play faster. I barely have any time. This tactic no longer works. My rook is not on a8. So I can just capture this with the knight. They can try this, but I don't think that's a very good idea because I can just take with my knight. If they give me the chance, I'm gonna play this. And I think I'm gonna do it next. Oh, they go for this. Like I said, I'm gonna take. Now the pawn has to take, and their bishop is now blocked. I don't want to go here anymore. And I have a passed pawn. So let's play this. Targeting that. Idea is to play something like this if I wanted to. Now my position feels a lot better. I'm gonna stack my rooks on the f file. I do think that's a bad plan because they're not doing anything on the queen side. So I'm going to, what should I do? Should I go rook to f6? I feel like rook to f7 is good. Defending this doesn't seem bad. They have nothing on the queen side. I'm covering all these squares with my knight. It's a very good position for me. The stack, threatening to take this knight. 2 pieces are better than a rook, so I would be happy to do that. And actually, it's really hard for them to defend against this. Yeah, this is the only way they can defend. But now I have this. The idea is I'm attacking the queen and also I'm attacking this pawn. Knight takes comes with tempo, so why not? Okay. I think we're just gonna win all the pawns. Interesting. Attack the queen once again. I still have this square for my beautiful knight. I can try this. If here, no. So push, if takes, I take. And after takes, I take, and that's bad. So let's go here. We're up 2 pawns. Let's not do anything stupid. Currently we're threatening push and win material. The last few moves of this game were just crazy. I just danced around with my knight and I just took everything. Currently I have the threat of sacrificing my rook for 2 pieces. I don't even know if that's a sacrifice. Well, let's take the knight and take this. If they want to sacrifice the queen for the 2 rooks, I'm happy. I have 2 connected passed pawns and I still have support for those pawns. I don't think I want to. I feel like my rook is better than theirs. Okay, I believe that's a bad move because their rook is trapped. Where does this rook go, buddy? I guess they can check and move their rook somewhere. But at least I'm getting a queen trade, which I like. They have to play check and then move their rook. And if check, I'm probably going to block with the queen. That's really good for me. They go for this line, where actually I'm going to take with the queen. Well, this helps me trade everything. Now let's play this, threatening to sacrifice. I'm up 3 pawns after all, so all king and pawn endgames are winning for me. Yep, let's sack. This is the easiest. I should not be pre-moving too much because they can try to throw me off board. Let's try to go here. If he pushes, then he has no pawn mobility, and I have 3 connected passed pawns. I don't even know what he's gonna do. Just gonna play this, preventing any motion. Gonna play this as well, just in case. Now it's time to create a bunch of pawns. I feel like I have an idea in this position. I don't want to disrespect my opponent, but I want to checkmate them with 4 bishops. Because why not? That's kind of funny because, you know, they're not resigning. I really want to promote to 4 bishops, which is kind of funny. Let's create a wall, because why not? He cannot touch any of my pawns. Let's take all of his pawns. Wait, should I promote to 7 knights? Should I promote to 7 knights? Okay, I'm gonna do it, because it's funny. Their king cannot go anywhere. So let's promote to a knight. Let's promote this guy to a knight. I do have to speed up. This is me just trying to have some fun. I'm gonna have a row of knights. Okay, let's promote this guy to a knight. Another knight. Another knight. There we go. We have 7 knights on the board. Let's bring the king here. I do have to keep an eye on 50 move rule. I don't want to, you know, blunder this into a draw. You know how Hikaru was trying to do this in a speedrun and he wasn't able to do it? So I'm gonna make him proud. Whoa, that was a mouselet. Okay, I'm gonna go here and just bring my knight there because I want to create like a line. Let's go here so that our knights have these 2 squares. Once he goes here, actually I want to do it like a different way. Please go to the corner. Yes, we got it. We got it done. We got it done. Let's go. What a checkmate. Anyways, respect to my opponent for letting me get this checkmate. I played at 81.2 accuracy and my opponent played at 84.8 accuracy. The reason why he has a higher accuracy is because in the end game, the king doesn't really have many moves, so most of them are considered as best moves. This was all good. We're playing book moves. We're grabbing the center. They play d6, one of the book moves. Bishop to d6 was not a bad move. And yeah, a push, taking space. Queen to b3 was a bad move because it wasn't doing anything. I play knight to f6. I feel like I was just developing. Apparently this is the best move, but I don't think so. I just played h6 and we get the trade. And I don't think this fork idea to get the bishop was any good. You know, I played queen c7 and then f5. I'm trying to get an attack going. I get this trade. And I play rook to b8 so that I can move my bishop without hanging my b7 pawn. They play this. I don't like that. I should have probably taken, but it's okay. I'm still better. The position is negative 1.1. They go for this, which is really, really bad. I can just take that pawn, and after they recapture like this, now they just have a really bad bishop that's on the g2 square, and I have a passed d pawn. The material is equal, but as you can see in the eval, the position is negative 3.4, so I'm much better in this position. Anyways, I throw a bit of that advantage with bishop to e6, but I really like that move. And yeah, this was a bad move. I was probably supposed to go knight to a5, but I did not do that. I stack the rooks, kind of force queen to b3 so that they defend. And I play knight to a5. I just take the free things. I come back. I trade, and I try to get this. They don't go for the sacrifice of the queen for the 2 rooks, which is probably what they should have done, but I went for this. I didn't want to trade, so I went back. Now I trap the rook. I mean, the only way to get out of this is to play this check, and let's say if I move my bishop, then there's no longer an attack on the rook, but if I just move my king, then they can just move their rook somewhere, and it's not lost. Anyways, they did not see that. They played rook to f1, and I took their rook. We just trade everything, and I played queen to f6. The idea is to sacrifice my rook back for this exchange, but I'm going to be left in a king and pawn endgame in which I have 3 extra pawns, so that's completely winning. h4, I just sack. This is like the simplest. I bring my king in. What I'm trying to do is create more passed pawns on the queen side so that I can easily promote. I just push all the pawns and I create a barrier. I play this move so that they can never push their pawns. It's very useful to have this structure because now I'm dominating both of these pawns. Anyways, here I decided my opponent is not going to resign, so I might as well just promote to as many knights as I want. So here we go. I just create the wall and I just take all the stuff. It's crazy that I have 7 pawns in a king and pawn endgame. It's not even real. It's crazy that I'm up 7 pawns in a king and pawn endgame. I've done this against bots, but I've never done this against a human. I'm really happy that I did it. I don't even know why I'm moving my king, but I just promote to all the knights. Look at all of these knights. I think this is what you call a nightmare. There we go. I'm just trying to coordinate my knights so that I have like a nice wall of knights. And here what I did was, if I played this check, then king goes here, and after this it's checkmate. But I didn't want to go for this because the king would be on g1 rather than on h1. I really wanted the king to be on h1 because it's more aesthetically pleasing. So I did this triangulation thing, which kind of wastes a move. And now the king goes here and I can play this check, and after they go here, this is checkmate. The kings are facing each other and I have a wall of knights. It's just so beautiful. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this beautiful nightmare.